Well, Bitcoin's pretty much given up all sorts of support here today. We've got the 200-day broken, lows broken, this candle broken, higher volume yesterday, higher volume today. Market's definitely in what I call a correction. And obviously, that's a little late to that call, but yesterday was the actual correction day. So not really late to much from that perspective. So market's in a correction. What do we do? Well, obviously going long is out the window at the moment. So shorting any kind of bounce is usually what's good. The problem is that sometimes you get these kind of high volume candles in like this that make things tough to short. And what you want to do ideally is kind of short tops. You want to short these things that pop up like this and start to fail. But you kind of have to be there in the moment. It's not a trade you can set up, and that's one thing that's much more difficult about shorting than it is by going long. Is shorting is really time dependent, 100% actually time dependent, because you never know exactly when something's going to break down or break up for that matter. But on the way down, things tend to move a lot faster. And so you have to be really on the ball in terms of when you're shorting and where you're shorting and what you're shorting. So it's a lot more difficult of an environment. But yeah, BTC cascading lower yesterday. We were in this candle right there. We did rally up a good majority of the day. And then before the close, right here, we did start the cascade lower, breaking support. At least this support up here, starting the cascade lower. Boom, cascade, high volume bottoming candle, and then we're so far unable to go below that low, and that is the highest volume candle we have. This is an interesting candle, this previous 2 hour one, as a matter of fact, because it is elevating in volume as we're going up. Most coins have lower volume while we're rising. That indicates that the buyers are going away as it rises. That's not the case here with this BTC. So it's a little bit tricky with BTC, which means there's pretty much no trade. Now, one thing, probably a wise thing to do is to wait until something more clear happens. If you're looking to buy lower BTC and hold spot, I guess this is an area where you could buy. Still isn't something I actually don't advocate bottom buying like this. That's not how I advocate bottom buying. If you want to bottom buy, there's certain ways to do it, but you don't buy on a candle like this. I'll tell you when the circumstance reveals itself. But right now, what you're waiting for is maybe it comes to this breakdown point, maybe here at about the 56,730. And that could be a place to try a short. If it goes past that, then it's stronger than you think it is. Okay. And it's going to be hard to short that. So when you're shorting like this in these environments, it's really best to get out of that short at pretty much any sign of strength, any trend reversal at all. In the same way, when you're going long, you don't want to be in a position that is going against you. You don't want to be in something long that's going down. So very similar situation, but it's a little bit more dire when we're going lower. Just because when you're shorting something, your losses are basically infinite, and yeah, your losses are infinite. So tough thing to do some good shorting. But BTC right now, I don't think is shortable right now. We haven't stalled yet. You start stalling intraday, could be shortable. All right, on to our hot coins of the day, which actually are in the top 20, and these are top 30 for, Atom's 40. Okay, never mind. They're top 50. But Litecoin, a little saddened to see this. I do like Litecoin as a coin and a technology. One of the worst cascades from yesterday. Non-stop selling pressure. Look at all these highs, just and straight down, leading to a capitulation. And then this is a low volume rally. So this could be definitely a shortable situation on Litecoin, which has shown extraordinary weakness after extraordinary chop is really what it's done. Taking a bigger picture out, we have found support here. So there's a possibility we chop around here. But we also could continue this cascade if there's that much selling pressure. This is a lot of selling pressure in Litecoin, and this is one of the worst looking coins in the market. I look at about 175 coins every day, and this is the worst cascade that I saw in the entire market. So I'm not enjoying what Litecoin's doing right now. Again, any shortable situation up here you could probably take with a relatively tight stop loss. If it stops here and bounces back, you can cover. If it rolls straight through, then you have a good trade and say bye bye to Litecoin. And then Atom. Atom has taken out quite a bit of support all the way back to this candle currently. Another kind of a low volume rally here. Not super low volume, but lower volume. There's the cascade. Your breakdown point is well up here at the 612. So it has quite a ways to rally if it wants to. Could rally, I don't know, maybe through the whole weekend. Today Friday? Yeah, today's Friday, right? Yeah, today's Friday. So, yeah, could rally most of the day and then roll over hard. You could take maybe a trend line entry on something like this where you kind of draw a trend line, but that's way too aggressive. Once this trend line gets broken, you can find the low. Let's say the trend line gets broken right now and we just go sideways through this in the next two candles. You can probably take something like this low, and that could be maybe a short entry with your stop at the high above that, wherever it is. So that could be a way to short this with relatively low risk. And you can do that for a myriad of coins today that have this same type of lower volume rally situation. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, today's Friday. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope you stay safe in this environment. And I will see you Monday on Altcoin Buzz Trading.